This is my event center, and it took millions of dollars to bring this investment to life. But there are investments out there that literally take $5 to get started, and today I'm going to share with you the top 3 $5 or less investments out there.
One shot, not a future before, let's go.
You know, there's so many people out there that do not invest because they think that investing is a rich man's game. It's going to take money to make money. But I'm here to tell you that there are investments out there of all sizes, and that the important thing is that you just get started. So today I'm going to make a video for you sharing with you 3 different ways that you can invest with as little as $5, and then I have a bonus at the end showing you even a business that you can get started for $5. Investing 101. When you make money and then you start deploying it, you should first become familiar with the difference between an asset and a liability. An asset is something that goes up in value, and a liability is something that goes down in value. And if you take a look at most people's budgets, they get their paycheck and what do? Well, they pay for their rent or for their house. That's a liability because it doesn't make the money. Next, they pay for their car and their insurance. That's a liability because it doesn't make the money. Then they buy food. That's a liability. Everything else, it's a liability. The reason why people don't get ahead is because all of their hard-earned money is literally going into liabilities. Today's video is about learning how to take a small amount of money and actually invest it. And to get a little ridiculous, I want to prove that you can make meaningful investments with as little as $5. All right, let's talk about the first meaningful way that you can invest as little as $5, and it's using a micro investing app. Micro investing apps are designed for small investors, and even with as little as $5, you can create a diversified portfolio of stocks and bonds. Some popular micro investing apps include Acorns and Stash. And it's not just for adults 18 on up. My kids are using an app called Greenlight, and it allows them as kids to also build a balanced portfolio. Acorns is a micro-investing app that allows you to invest your spare change from everyday purchases. Here's how it works. You link your US-based checking account to the app, and then basically Acorns is going to round up every purchase to the nearest dollar and invest the difference in a selection of 25 low-cost diversified ETFs. Think of it like tapping into the stock market and investing in 25 different companies all at once, so that $5 basically goes into a number of these different companies. Stash is another one of these micro-investing apps. Stash lets you invest in fractional shares of well-known companies like Tesla, Amazon, and Google. And here's what you need to know. Fractional shares allows you to own a piece of these companies without buying an entire share. Stash tailors investment recommendations based on your goals, risk tolerances, and interests. And when you join Stash, you receive a $5 bonus, effectively doubling your initial investment. I mentioned that my kids use Greenlight, and the reason why we're doing this is because I was recently telling them about Tesla. Tesla is an $860 billion company, soon to be one of the rare trillion-dollar companies. But what Tesla is doing today is really interesting. They've spent the last 2 years going into robotics, and in the next couple of years, they believe that they're going to start putting robots in people's individual homes. And the robot is going to cost projected $15,000 or $100 to $120 a month payment. And let me ask you, if you paid $100 a month for a robot that could work 24/7 at cleaning your house, cooking, doing errands, ordering things for you, organizing your house, would that be worthwhile to you? Well, I believe that there's going to be a robot in the future in every home. And if Tesla brought the EV to the market, they're going to do the same thing with robots. Could that take this near trillion-dollar company and make it a $5 or a $10 trillion company? Well, that would be a 5 or a 10x increase in the value of that stock, and my kids have selected it as one of many stocks that they want to invest in. Number 2 is peer-to-peer lending. Participate in peer-to-peer lending platforms where you can lend small amounts of money to individuals or businesses and earn interest along the way. These are sometimes called microcap loans. This is where even in third world nations, you're giving someone $100, $200, or $300 to start a business. And because that investment means so much to them, their payback rate is really, really high. And now we've got these apps that make it possible for you and I to get in the game where even a $5 investment is enough to go overseas or to someone in need, help them start that business, get some of those feel-good vibes, knowing that you're helping someone financially get on their feet. Kiva is a unique platform that allows you to lend money to entrepreneurs and small businesses worldwide. It's definitely a feel-good investment as you're directly helping others thrive. There's no minimum investment requirement, making it accessible for small investors. Upstart focuses on personal loans and uses artificial intelligence for credit evaluation. There's no minimum investment requirement, and estimated returns are generally between 8 and 10%. Another app is called Worthy Bonds. Now, warning, this one requires a minimum of $10, but it also produces a 7% return on your money. Now, I'm just gonna tell you as a dad, I'm excited about these opportunities because my kids are excited about money. Every week I teach them about the game of money. And right now they're too young to actually buy real estate, but these kind of investments get them thinking about earning money, investing money, and making their money work for them. If you're older, it's also an incredible way to get started in the game. And the third way to invest $5 is to start a business. Now I'm gonna tell you, there's not a lot of businesses that you can start for $5, but I am aware of a couple of them, and I'm gonna share with you one of my favorite ones right now. One of my favorite businesses I call digital real estate. It's where you actually own different websites that are used to generate leads for other companies. So I literally pick a niche like breeding dogs because there are people that want to buy certain breeds of dogs. I basically use AI to put a website together. Then I keyword research the website. Then I use ChatGPT to basically write everything out that I'm going to put on the website. And then I use keyword research to optimize the website. So far, these things cost so little money. And then when I publish the site, leads start coming in. And then I go to companies that want those leads and say, do you want to buy these leads? Or just rent my website and take all of the leads that it produces. And sometimes it pays you $1,000 or even $2,000 or $3,000 a month. And the domain costs you less than $5. Now, the first two options that I gave you, those are passive investments. You're earning money as little as $5 and you're basically putting it to work. In the third option I gave you, owning a business, it's not as passive. It takes a little bit of time, but tools like AI make most of that work done for you. And what's cool about an active business is it may take $5 to get started, but if that business is producing hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars a month for you, you're getting such a high return on your investment that you can now go out and do bigger investments. So if you're interested in that digital real estate where you want to create websites and generate leads, click the link below. I've created an entire training showing you how to do it. Now, there's not a ton of options out there if you only have $5 to invest, but there are many options that don't require any money at all, but they need a little bit of your time. One of my favorites is called wholesaling. It's basically where you find really good deals, and then instead of buying the house, you flip the deal to an investor and they give you like $20,000. Now, what's really cool about that business is that you can get started with little to no money as well, but literally build a fortune out of that business. Click the link right here. Let me show you how to do it.